Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today we're gonna skip the gameplay video because we have a very special video today, and it's gonna be our reveal reactions to all the new cards that were just revealed as part of the Fates Voyage Beyond expansion that's dropping next Wednesday in Legends of Runeterra. So Riot decided to release all the cards at once, which I think is 63 cards, technically a little bit less because you have like tokens and stuff, but whatever. We have like 60 something cards that are gonna be part of this new expansion. They released them all at once because we need to give time to our Worlds competitors to be able to practice these cards, right? And start gear crafting. So instead of doing like this, the little one at a time, one every day reveal reactions, they just put it all at once, which means that right now we have information overload. And I actually haven't seen any of the cards yet, except for Morgana, because Morgana was teased yesterday. But everything else is completely new to me, so you're gonna get my raw reactions today, what I feel about each of these new cards. So again, Facebook Voyage. Let's see how long it takes me to talk through all these cards, right? I'm gonna go ahead and move my camera a little bit up here so that we can do 3 cards at a time. Now, at the time of me recording this, it's like literally like 12:30. So I think the cards are only on Mobalytics so far. I personally don't look at my Mobalytics. Maybe you want to wait until like Runeterra comes out, but whatever. We'll just go through it here and take a look at it. I'll put the link to it below if you want to check them out yourself. But we got to start with Morgana. And it's kind of weird how they put Mira between the 2 Morgana forms, but whatever. I'm so excited for Morgana. Not because of the card, but because when I used to play League of Legends back in 2013, 14, 15, I was a support main. And Morgana was one of the main champions that I used to play in League of Legends. So like with Morgana and Runeterra, I pretty much have like all my main champions. I used to play Morgana, Leona, Braum, Thresh, and Nami. And now with Morgana, I have all of them here, and I cannot be any happier than any. Like this is so awesome. I'm like a little fangirl right now. But anyways, let's actually talk about Runeterra and the card. Morgana is a 5-mana Targon Demacia. So we have our first champion that's multi-region, that's not Bandosync. So Targon Demacia, 3/4 with lifesteal. When you play, you can curse an enemies with shackles twice. Now, if you want to know what shackles is, you have to, we have to go look at the video from Runeterra, so we'll have to see some of these keywords later. But when you play, you curse enemies with shackles twice, and she levels up when you have targeted units 8 times. Now, the important thing here is that it doesn't say that Morgana needs to be in the field, right? So it shouldn't be difficult to level up Morgana, because throughout the game, especially in Targon and Demacia, that you have stuff like single combat, you have stuff like Pell Cascade, you're targeting your units pretty often. And it's not just your units, but also the opponent's units, right? So it shouldn't be difficult to get Morgana to always come down leveled up. And when she levels up, she becomes a 4/5, of course, and it still has the same play effect, but now when she attacks, she also curses the strongest enemy that isn't already cursed with shackles, and she deals 3 to every cursed enemy and 2 to the enemy nexus. So now this becomes like a board wipe, depending on how many units you have cursed, as well as burning the opponent's nexus. Like, this attack is very reminiscent of Nila, right? Like, think of Nila. Nila kind of does the same thing. Nila deals 2 to everything, and then also deals 2 to the nexus. Of course, Nila cannot actually kill any units. She leaves them at 1 HP, while Morgana can actually just kill them. And let's go, because I thought I saw in the Runeterra website that they actually released the Morgana spotlight video. So let's actually just take a look.
You will know regret.
At what Shackle does, right? Curse and Shackle, right? So
Divine should liberate,
when you
subjugate.
when you curse a unit, the way I understand it here, right? So when you curse a unit, you kind of like obviously kind of like put a curse on them, and making a curse means that you kind of add a spell to the opponent's hand. There we go. You add a spell to the opponent's hand, and like in this case, Shackles, when I'm in hand, Kel is immobile. So what this means is that because we curse Kel, the opponent gets this new spell that looks to be a focus speed spell, and this is the curse keyword. So you get a focus speed spell in your hand, and until you actually play that spell, your Kel will continue, whatever unit you targeted with the curse will continue to have that curse on them. So in the case of Morgana, when you shackle somebody, it makes that unit immobile, right? So if we go back here, when you play Morgana, you're cursing an opponent's unit with shackles twice, right? Which means that they get 2 shackles, right? They get 2 shackles in their hand, and they have to kind of play like those shackles. I guess no, they get 1 shackle, and I guess the shackle just adds up because it didn't look like you got 2 spells here. No, they only got 1 spell. They got 1 spell that ended up costing 4 because he got shackled twice. So the more you shackle the same unit, the higher that cost of that spell is. So the more that you curse it. Think of like a reverse ambush, right? If you know the ambush mechanic, when you play an ambush unit, you got a spell in your hand that is tied to that ambush unit, and you have to play that spell to have that ambush unit transform. This is kind of like an extension of that mechanic, but the opposite way. You curse the opponent, you give them like the shackle in this case, they're immobile until the opponent plays that shackle spell. Except that that spell is focus speed. So you literally have to have the action before you can actually play it, and you're making the opponent waste however many mana they need to waste to be able to get rid of the curse. The curse mechanic is really cool. Really, really cool. So that's kind of what Morgana does. The shackle just makes the unit immobile. And again, you can kind of curse them with Morgana. And I'm sure her package is going to let you be able to curse other enemies even more. As we see right here with Mihira. So an 8 mana follower. Mihira Aspect Ascendant. 8 mana, 6/8. So because she has 8 health, she's Titanic. Keep that in mind. That might come into play. She has Overwhelm. And when you play her, you curse 2 enemies with shackles twice. So this is literally doing the same thing as Morgana, but except on 2 different enemies. And what that means is that now you have like 2 enemies cursed, that they are immobile, and they have to spend 4 mana, 8 mana total, if you want to get both of them to not be immobile anymore. It's actually so crazy. It's really good. Being a play effect is a little bit weak, but it is what it is, right? Honestly, the way Mobile Elite has it set up, they have the other champions coming up soon. So let's just quickly touch base on Morgana. I'm super excited. I'm super excited about this Morgana. She seems really fun with the whole shackle mechanic. And the fact that we can play her in Demacia or Target is so good. It opens up the deck building opportunities a lot, which is really, really important. And honestly, her stat line is really nice at 5 HP. Like, she levels up really quickly. I love this card. I love this card. I just want to play with Morgana already. All right. So that's Morgana. The second champion of this expansion is none other than Mordekaiser. And Mordekaiser is right away stealing Morgana's thunder by becoming another champion that's multi-region, that's not in Bangle City. Mordekaiser is Noxus and Shadow Owls. He's a 7 mana champion, so like kind of the same mana as, I guess, Galio and Nautilus. It's a little bit expensive, and also Ornn. It's a little bit expensive, but we have seen 7-cost champions do well in the meta, so it's not as crazy. So we have a 7-cost Mordekaiser, has Challenger. On his level 1 is play, kill up to 2 allies. Because it says up to, I don't think you need to kill them. You can just kill 0 if you choose to, but you can kill up to 2. When you slay another ally, revive. When you slay another ally, revive it? Did I read that correctly? Wait. When you slay another ally, revive it. Wait a second. You know what this is crazy? Because you can kill something that has a summon effect and get the summon effect right away when it gets revived, right? So like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a 6-cost follower that has like a really good summon effect. I don't know. Let's think of like Ren. Let's think of like Ren, right? Ren is a 6 mana failure card that when she gets summoned, you know, your whole deck gets her stats, right? Imagine killing your Redna and right away getting to revive her. That's not bad, right? And you can do this for 2 allies. It also can work as like a pseudo heal, because imagine that your unit is damaged and you're playing against another Noxus deck. You can kill your own unit and you revive it right away, and it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be like healed up. Or let's say you have Rekindler on the field, you kill the Rekindler to summon Mordekaiser, and the Rekindler can potentially summon 2 more Mordekaisers for you. I guess just one more, because it's only one Rekindler that gets you back, and you might get another Mordekaiser. Right? So you can play more dice. You play Rekindler, and you get a Mordekaiser. Then the next thing you play your I guess you can't do that because your Mordekaiser becomes a spell. But think of another champion. But anyways. This has a lot of potential. That's all I want to say. Being able to kill 2 allies right away and get the value from the summon effect right away is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, the level up is 15 plus allies have died. Allies with 5+ power count twice. So another champion that doesn't need to be on the field to level up. This means any 15 allies that die on your end, you're able to level up this Maokai with 5+ allies counting twice. This means that this champion is going to be very similar to Nasus, right? Like think of like Nasus Trash, where you try to kill a lot of your units. That's how I'm seeing this deck being built, because you're able to have like a lot of self-killing cards, right? And you're able to potentially have those like if you play the 3 mana that summons 2 ephemeral units, you're able to advance this Mordekaiser really quickly. So you kind of want to sacrifice your own units. Heck, we see like Deho and Door decks sacrificing their own units a lot. Kind of similar to this, right? So that will level up your Mordekaiser. When Mordekaiser levels up, the play effect is still the same. When you slay another ally, still the same. Wait a second. I just realized that this slay ability is not tied to the play effect, right? Because there's a period here. Right? I'm reading this correctly, that this ability is not tied to the play effect. So even after you play him, as long as he's on the field, anytime you slay one of your allies, he gets revived. So like you literally get like 3 glimpses. You do the glimpse, kill your own unit, you get the draw, and the unit comes back. That's actually freaking ridiculous. Attack. For the rest of the game, when you slay a unit, you drain 1 from the enemy nexus. Okay, so his level up is kind of like a way to finish the game. But, if I'm completely honest, the level up is not that powerful. Like, you need to attack, right? You need to attack. I guess, honestly, okay, so the question is, does this stack? Like, does this stack? Because if this stacks, then when you attack with him twice, now you're draining 2 from the enemy nexus every time, and you're going to quickly finish the game. But regardless, whether it stacks or not, the power of this card is right here. When you slay another ally, revive it. Like, that's actually so crazy. This is so many things that you can do with this. There's so many things that you can do with this. Again, you get so much free value. So much free value because you can sell, you can glimpse, you can like do, I don't know, you can do like a crumble, right? And the ally that you target is going to get revived because of the Mordekaiser ability. So you get value from it again. Oh my goodness. This is so good. This is so good. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is so good. I absolutely love this. Wow. No, I mean, honestly, again, very excited to play with this champion and with Morgana. But like, this ability is crazy. Looks like we're gonna have the Mordekaiser unit before we get to the next champion. So let's kind of quickly go through this. I'm already like 13 minutes and I only gone through like 5 cards. Like, this is gonna be a long one, but I hope you all enjoy it anyways, right? So Shackle Gas is a 1 mana 1/1. Last breath. The next time you revive an ally, create a copy of me in hand. So this kind of lets you get a lot of different units in your hand, I guess, right? Like you're able to kind of multiply this gas and have a lot of them in your hand, which can be good so that you're not running out of resources. Yeah, because I mean, you're able to like chump block with this, and then the next time you kill an ally, you get this back into your hand. That's pretty good. I like this. I like this. I like this. This is a nice unit, pretty solid. Just letting you always have like cards that you can use, like a unit that you can use. So I like it. Very solid. Legion of the Sever. Now we have to watch out what regions these cards are, right? Because we want to see if we get any Noxus regions here for Mordekaiser. So we'll see. So Legion of the Sever. Play Grant Deathless to an ally in hand. Okay, do we have any idea what Deathless is? Do we have any idea what Deathless is? Twitter. Let's see if we have play Runeterra. See if they give us the keywords yet. No. Oh. Okay, so we have the curse keyword. That's it, right? We have the curse keyword. Well, the new Volcav. By the way, this is nice because the curses are debuffs in the form of cards placed in the opponent's hand. So that's kind of what I was explaining earlier, but it's basically even better than us. Not only do you have shackles, but you have other versions of curses. So you can have terror, ichor, suppression. So suppression is while I'm in hand, you can't play spells other than suppression. While I'm in hand, round start, do one to the enemy nexus with the ichor, so slowly burning them out. Terror, when I'm in hand, the curse unit has -3 power. The curses are pretty nice. So curses are new vocabulary with stuff. But we see the curses, we don't see Deathless, right? So I don't think we cannot judge these cards yet because we have Deathless. So we might just run through the rest of the list and kind of come back and see if Riot releases the keyword ahead of time. But yeah, Legion of the Sever is a 3-mana 4/2, grants Deathless. Okay. Deathless probably just means that it cannot die, right? Or like at least it doesn't die for like a turn or something. 4 mana 5/2 with Deathless, so lower mana. 5 mana 5/3 Deathless. To play me, kill an ally. Last breath, heal your nexus too. Even without knowing what Deathless is, I mean they have to be able to die, right? Like that would be kind of broken if you can't die. So maybe Deathless just lets it get revived like once or something. Or again, just doesn't die for like 1 round. Again, we'll have to know. This is a Naxos card, by the way, and it's a 5 power unit, so it can actually trigger reputation. Same thing with the Amalgamation of Battle Rights. And let's move on. Let's move on until we know what Deathless is. Here we have the Morgana support. So the first one is a 3 mana 2/3 Lisa and Dolly. Play curse an enemy with shackles. So shackles is the same one that Morgana has. Makes them immobile, and it's a curse. Awesome. Then you have, this is actually decent. I think, by the way, I think all these curse cards are going to be really good. The reason that I say that they're really good is because the opponent has to either discard them or they have to actually play them to get rid of the curse. And having them play that card, forcing them to have to use that mana, reduce it, like it makes them lose so much tempo. Makes them lose so much tempo, which gives you an advantage, which you can take advantage of to just put pressure into the opponent and win the game through there. Of course, the biggest counter to this is going to be something like discard, right? Like if the opponent's playing discard cards, they can just discard the curses, and you actually give them free cards to discard, right? Like it's kind of funny to think about it that way, but you know, it is what it is. But anyways, the Ruby Eye Conjurer play grants a spell shield or overwhelm to an ally in hand, so you kind of get multiple copies over here because you have the different tokens. This is interesting as well. It's kind of like it's like the 3 mana target card that can grant an ally on the field overwhelm or spell shield. The weakness with this one is that you're not triggering faded because you're not targeting a unit on the field. You're targeting a unit in your hand. But because you're able to target a unit in your hand, you can be able to have it give a spell shield right away. You can target some very cool stuff here. Like imagine giving spell shield to a Solani, right? So you can play Ruby Eye Conjurer and give spell shield to a Solani in your hand, so that when you play it, the opponent's gonna have to have 2 cards to deal with the spell shield, and they'll be able to kill Solani. So it's really nice at making some of your game-ending cards just become really powerful. I like it. All right, so that's kind of all we get for now. I hate the way that Mobalytics set up these cards, because now we're going straight to Elder Dragon, and then the next section of Elder Dragon is set over here. Oh, come on. Is Runeterra... Does Runeterra AR have the cards already? Yes. Yes, they do. You know what? Do we just go here and Runeterra AR? Like, forget about Mobalytics? I think so. I think so. So, let's skip the Elder Dragon for now. Let's just go from the top here. So, we have the Mordekaiser, which we already talked about. And this is all scuffed because, again, I'm just making this as soon as the cards come out. We have the Mordekaiser spell, Realm of the Death. It's a 10 mana spell. 10 mana champion spell. Slow. An ally starts a free attack, challenging the strongest enemy. Kill all other units, aside from those 2 units. Is this actually good? Slow speed. You're not killing the unit that you're challenging, and you're not killing the unit that you challenge with. You're killing everything else, except for 2 units. I don't know that I like this. I don't know that this is actually... I mean, I guess it's nice. I guess it's a champion spell. So when you're playing Mordekaiser, you can always have this as an option. But I don't think you ever main deck this card, because every champion spell has a main deckable version of it, except for Runeterra champions. I don't think you ever main deck this card. I don't think this card is that good. 10 mana? Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. You kill all other units. It's like a kind of like a worse ruination, kind of. Because it's 1 extra mana. So it's a good card as a champion card, but not enough. Deathless. We talked about those. We have the Death's Grasp, which is a 3 mana Shadow Owl spells, fast speed. Kill an ally to deal 5 to a unit. This is so good. You know why this is so good? Because Shadow Owls doesn't care about killing their own units. And because we have Mordekaiser. So whatever unit you kill with the Death's Grasp just gets revived. Wait. I just realized, by the way. The realm of the Death, if you have Mordekaiser on the field, all your allies that get killed by your own realm of the Death get revived with Mordekaiser, right? So it's a one-sided ruination, because you get to kill everything from the opponent, but all your stuff gets revived because you have Mordekaiser on the field, potentially. Okay, I can see why this card can be decent. I still don't think you main deck it. I think you like it as a champion spell, but never as a main deckable card. But Death's Grasp is actually crazy. Death's Grasp is actually crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like, killing your own unit when you have the value from Mordekaiser or other Shadow Owls cards is so good. And dealing 5 to the opponent means that you can kill most everything out there, so that's really good. The next one is going to be a landmark. So Threshold of the Grave. 2 mana landmark. Play curse an enemy with terror. And again, we know what terror is, right? Terror does -3 power. So you curse an enemy with terror. When you summon a Titanic ally, destroy me to draw 2 cards. So it's like a draw 2 when you play like Mordekaiser or any other Titanic ally. That's pretty good. And again, you give it terror. So it's kind of weird that Mordekaiser doesn't have Fearsome, by the way. Being like a Shadow Owl card, but that's fine. So yeah, I mean, it's a solid landmark. It's a solid landmark. Again, I really think the curses are going to be really powerful. I like it. I like it. Realm of the Death here. The Death Grasp Cultist is a 4 mana 3/4 with Fearsome. When you summon a Titanic ally, curse the strongest enemy with terror. So you have more curses here with terror. And again, here's the curse right here with the terror and what it does. Okay. Again, really hard to evaluate all these curses, because it's going to be really weak against stuff that can just discard them. Like if you have cards that can discard, this is like a buff to discard decks, honestly, right? Because if you're going against a curse deck, you can just discard all the curses and the opponent's going to be very sad. So that's pretty darn good. Armageddon of Bowed Rights, we talked about it. Honest Croupier. Okay. 3 mana, Bilgewater card, 1 power, 3 health. Brash. When you play a card with cost equal to my power, grant me +1/+1. Oh, so this card can like continue growing, because you play something with 1 power, it goes to 2. You play something with 2, goes to 3, etc., etc. Sure. Whatever. Whatever. I mean, I guess there could be some fun memes here. I don't think this card is playable. So pass. Marai Reef Spire. 2 mana, builds what a landmark. When you spend mana to play a unit, refill 1 spell mana. Now this is interesting. I feel like you can do some cool things with this. I feel like you could do some cool things with this. I feel like you can actually do some cool things with this. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Could do some Nami stuff, right? That's why it's Marai Reef. Could do some Nami stuff. I would have to really think about this one, but I think this landmark is decent. The problem is that we have explorers, so it's easy for explorers to destroy this. But at least you're forcing them to have to use the explorer to actually find that. So, sure. We have the Shadiest Spectacles. 3 mana equipment with 0/0 stats. Pick an ally follower. Transform my bearer into an exact copy of it while I'm equipped. I can't evaluate these cards. I cannot evaluate these cards. I don't know. Like, is this good? Is this good? I don't know. I'm gonna move my camera back here. I don't want to. I keep looking at myself here, and I kind of want to look at Shadiest Spectacle. What's a good application of this card? Like, you can transform into like a really big overwhelm unit, I guess. Like something like that be kind of cool. I don't know. There's something here. There's something here that I'm missing, and I just don't know. Right? There's something here that I'm missing, and I just don't know. I'm waiting for a meme person to like tell me how this card is useful. Anyways, let's move on. 4 mana, 4/4, Charlatan Fishmonger. Run star, all players draw 1 card, then grant your opponent's card fleeting. I like this. This is a Teemo card. This is a Teemo card, and it's so freaking good because your card doesn't get fleeting. I absolutely like this. This card is actually so good, and it has 4 health, so it's hard for the opponents to remove it. And because you're giving their card fleeting, they have to use it right away. So it makes their turns very awkward. It makes their turn super awkward. I absolutely love this. Oh my goodness. This is such a good card. Such a good card. Wow. Yeah, this solid. It's very solid. Very solid card. What else can I say about it? Like, I'm thinking of like Teemo, Caitlyn, right? But there's other decks that can definitely take advantage of this card as well. So yeah. Then we have a 2 mana, 2/3 dog, Jadowski Snow Dog. Attack. Grant the top 2 allies of your deck +1/+1. Nice. It's a decent, right? It's kind of like what Nico likes to do, right? You're buffing the top cards of your deck, etc. Sure. It's a nice hit if you play Nico. This is a great card to transform your Nico into. So I like it. I don't hate it, right? Then here we have a 2 mana 0/0 equipment, Handy Harness. I have +1 for each different subtype you have summoned this game. So another card that's kind of like for the Nico decks. It doesn't have any keywords, and it starts with 0/0, and it doesn't give you any health. So I don't think it's a good one. I wouldn't play this equipment. But anyways, let's take a look at the next champion. And it's the last champion that we haven't covered yet. And this is going to be Elder Dragon, right? So the Elder Dragon is a Runeterra champion. It's a dragon, of course, and it costs 12 mana. So you cannot naturally play this, right? 12 mana Elder Dragon has Fury, Origin, Aspect of the Dragon. The Origin is right here, Aspect of the Dragon. You may put any follower that costs 6+ into your deck during deck building. When you play a unit with 6+ base cost, pick 1 of 2 Dragon Boons to play on it. And I'm guessing these are the Dragon Boons, by the way. Yeah, I'm guessing these are the Dragon Boons right here, and you get like different Dragon Boons. Oh my goodness. I thought it was going to be just dragons, but this is any follower that costs 6 or more. Any follower that costs 6 or more. There's a big weakness here, right? There's not a lot of, unless we have spells that go like this, there's no spells that go with the Elder Dragon region. So it's kind of the same weakness that Nico has, where you're limited on your spells to whatever your second region is. And that is actually a big weakness. It means that your deck is going to be less reactive than usual. So keep that in mind. But any 6+ cost ally is a lot. There's a lot of cool things that you could probably do here. A lot of cool things that you can do here. A lot of units that you can now play together that maybe you wouldn't be having able to play before. Like, why don't we just play Frelia and just play War Mothers with this? Right? The War Mothers can even get us the Elder Dragon without us having to spend any mana. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Now, the Elder Dragon itself only has Fury, has no other keywords, doesn't have Fearsome, doesn't have Overwhelm or Elusive, right? But Dragon Boons, I cost 1 less for each different Dragon Boon you have played this game, right? So this is where the cost reduction come in. So for each Dragon Boon, you cost 1 less, 1 less, 1 less. Play every Dragon Boon on me. Okay, never mind. He does have keywords. He does have keywords, right? Because when you play him, he gets every single Dragon Boon. Level up. Your allies have attacked with 75+ power. Okay, so this is a lot. This is a lot to level him up, right? But it's kind of like the Gats level up where he can level up right away. But let's look at the boons real quick. Infernal Might is a skill +1/+1, +1/+1, and Fearsome. Then you have Headstack Prowess +1/+1 and Impact twice. Then Chemtech Blight, Deathless. Then Cloudbringer's Grace, Challenger. Mountainous Vigor +1/+1 and Tough. And Oceanic Will, heal allies and your Nexus 2, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boons. So the Elder Dragon is going to come down with Fearsome, Impact twice, Deathless, Challenger, Tough, and can also heal your Nexus and your allies by 2. And it's going to come down with a shit ton of stats. And you might have seen it as I was scrolling, right? The Elder Dragon, when he levels up, he's just at 12/12. I cannot be stopped. Is this a meme? Is this a meme, Riot? I cannot be stopped? What that tells me is that the Elder Dragon doesn't, like, cannot be bent, cannot be killed, cannot be stunned, cannot be recalled, cannot be frozen, maybe? Is this what this means? Please tell me you gave me more hints here. Please tell me you gave me more hints here. They posted something else. No, you still haven't given me the keywords. What does this mean? I cannot be stopped? Riot is... What do you mean? Again, I'm assuming nothing can target him, maybe. Maybe nothing can target him. That's easier than saying that you cannot be recall, vengeance, whatever. Like, nothing can target him. Let's say that. You cannot target him with freezes or anything else. I cannot be stopped. Now, the level up version of Elder Dragon doesn't have the play effect. So once, I guess he cannot be stopped, so he can never die. This is such a meme. This is such a meme. But anyways, the boons are really strong, right? Especially, we don't know what Deathless does just yet. We don't know what Deathless does. But Challenger, Fearsome, Impact, Tough, Healing, like the boons are really nice. And remember, you can pick 1 or 2 boons to give whatever 6+ unit you summon So that's pretty nice. That's very good. The easiest way to play this champion is definitely with War Mothers. This is the reason why War Mothers got buffed. Failure, and you just ramp and play your 6 plus cost allies. This is amazing, right? But again, you lose access to a second region's worth of spells. Oh my god. All right. You know what? Here's the Elder Dragon spell. Elder Dragon Primordial Roar. Burst, speed, 8 mana spell. Refill your mana to full. Draw all 6 plus cost followers from the top 6 cards of your deck. So, you just, what the hell? Oh my goodness. All right, I like it. I like it a lot. I love it. I love it, right? So this is really good. Remember, you cannot main deck the spells, right? You cannot main deck the Primordial Roar. It's just there because you need to have a non-main deckable version of it. This is amazing. This is amazing. Especially once we find out what this means. Wow. 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 So every 6 power cost ally now can be looked at differently as a way to work with Elder Dragon. Let's move on. And we have Iron Legionaries, a 3 mana Noxus card with 5/1. Play, deal 3 to an ally to deal 3 to an enemy. So you kind of like deal 3 to deal 3. It's kind of like think of like Vladimir, I guess, kind of very similar. So that's pretty good. Deal 3 to an ally to deal 3. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's kind of like Vladimir, right? Remember that if you do have a Mordekaiser on the field, you can kill one of your own units with this, and it will get revived, right? So that's also pretty good. It does only have 1 health though, so I don't know if I like this card. It's so weak at 1 health, but we'll see. It might be good enough. Might be good enough. 3 mana, not a spell, indestructible, grant an ally deathless. What does deathless mean, Ryan? Maybe Reddit. Maybe Reddit will know. Maybe Reddit will know what deathless means. Curse. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, wait. Curses cannot be targeted in hand. So they cannot be discarded or updrafted manually. They can still be removed from effects and move your entire hand like Sunken Temple. So they cannot be discarded. So the curses are OP. I'm telling you right now, curses are absolutely broken. That the opponent has to spend mana to get rid of the curse, that's so good. Of course, forget about Sunken Temple, right? But like, or cards that discard your whole hand, I guess. Whatever. That's so good. That's so good. Curses cannot be targeted in hand, or they cannot be discarded. Alright, we still don't know what deathless means though, okay? But we'll go back there. Oh my god, curses continue being better and better. Oh okay, alright. Deathless. Hard to evaluate this, right? Until we know what it means, right? But we have another way to grant Deathless at burst speed, right? Red tile, 4 mana, 4/4. Razor Maze, Overwhelm, Nexus Strike. Curse your opponent with Ichor, and if we talked about Ichor, the Ichor means that the opponent is taking 1 damage every single time. And it's a 3 mana one. It's the most expensive one of the curses. So the opponent has to spend 3 mana to actually play this out. That's a great card. That's a great card. It has Overwhelm, which is a good keyword. It has 4/4. It's a reptile. And it can put the opponent into like burning the Nexus slowly. What? This card is really freaking good. Really freaking good for any like Nexus burn deck. Wow. That's so amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Anything with curses, I love it. And the Ichor is right here. Runeterra are coming in clutch. We don't know what Deathless does. We have another Deathless card here. But this one, when an ally is revived, you can grant the grant Challenger. Sure. Blade Pierce, Revenant, whatever. Curse an enemy with terror. So this is just a 2 mana burst speed that gives terror, and again, terror is -3 power, right? So terror is -3 power. You might think that this is a low value card, but again, it's just making the opponent. So I do think that terror is the weakest one, right? If we look at all the curses, I think terror is the weakest one, because doing -3 doesn't really matter. This is the strongest one. This suppression is the strongest one in there, because it's forcing the opponent to not be able to use any spells until they play suppression. So you're literally burning 2 mana from the opponent anytime you play this, anytime you curse someone with suppression. Shackle is really good as well, because immobile units cannot attack or block, so it makes the unit really hard for the opponent to do anything. And the Ichor being able to burn the opponent is also good. The Terror is the weakest one, but that's why I don't think this card is going to be playable, but it's still not a bad card, to be honest. We have Tomb Raider Barbara. So it's a 3 mana reptile. Each round, the first time another ally dies or last breath, create a lucky finding hand. And it's a Shurima card. Oh, okay, that's kind of cute. It's a 3/2, by the way. I know you can't see it on my screen. It's a 3/2. That's decent. That's decent. Lucky finds are not bad cards, right? Lucky finds are pretty good. I don't know that this is playable. It is down to like Mystic Shot and stuff. It does give you at least 1 lucky find when he dies. I think it's decent. I think it's decent. I don't know that it's going to be crazy. We talked about Morgana. We have the Morgana binding. Again, I think these curses are very broken. The Shackles giving immobile. Soul Shackles, right? Deal 3 to 2 cursed enemies. So that's the Morgana skill. We talked about Behavior already at the beginning. 6 mana. Sinner's Bias. Slow speed spell for 6 mana. Target. Curse an enemy with shackles. Okay. Increase the cost of enemy curses everywhere by 1. Wow. 6 mana is a lot. 6 mana is a lot. The opponent will have to have multiple curses for you to really get value from this. I don't know. I don't think this is good. I don't think this is good, unfortunately. I don't think this is good. It's too costly. It's way too costly. You have to, you really have to be spamming curses into the opponent to really get full value out of this. I don't like it. Sorry, I don't like it. We talked about the Ruby Eye Conjurer already, and Lisa and Dolly. So then we have a 6 mana dragon. This can be played with Elder Dragon. Gentle Gem Dragon has Fury. When you play a fast speed spell, slow, or skill, grant other dragon allies +1/+1. That's good. That's good. Grants other... Okay, actually, wait. It doesn't say everywhere. It doesn't say everywhere. It doesn't say everywhere. So this shouldn't grant on the deck, right? Like usually when it says grant other allies everywhere +1/+1, that's when it becomes really problematic. But this says just grant other dragon allies. So I think they have to be on the field. Okay. Not as good as I thought. Never mind. If this affects everywhere, including like deck and hand, then maybe. But maybe I don't think it does. I don't think it does, right? Dark Binding is pretty good. Stun an enemy and curse. Wow, wait, that Dark Binding is so good, right? It is the Morgana spell, right? So Dark Binding, you stun an enemy and curse it with shackles twice. That's really freaking good. That's really freaking good. It's a 3 mana stun at fast speed. And you shackle the opponent twice. Oh no, it's only once. Sorry. Curse the shackle once, right? And you curse the opponent, all for 3 mana, which means that for the opponent has to spend 2 mana to get out of it. This is a 1 mana stun, pretty much. This card is busted. This card is busted. This card is busted. Absolutely busted. Otrani Dragon Worshipper. When I'm summoned, heal your Nexus 2 and gain an extra mana gem next round. That's cute. It's not a permanent mana gem, right? That's cute. Whatever. I don't think this is gonna be that great. It's cute. I don't think it's that great. Black Shield, grant an ally spell shield this round and curse it with Shackle and curse. Okay, so you curse your own unit with Shackle, but you're able to give a spell shield. So this is more like a finishing touch, like if you want to finish the game, right? If you want to finish the game, you spell shield your unit and just attack. Like, well, you have to be attacking first, right? Because once you put Shackles on it, you won't be able to attack with it. I don't mind it. I think it's nice. It's a little bit cheaper than Bastion, right? Magical Flattering, and now we go to the Demacia cards. Grant an ally 2 health, curse your opponent with suppression. Anything that I see that says suppression, I think it's busted. I'm just gonna say it. I think suppression is nasty. Nasty, 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 nasty. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Wow. Wow. Curse your opponent with suppression. Okay. I love it. I love it. Then we have the Mage Seeker Inquisitor. It's a 4 mana challenger and tough. 3 health, 3 power, 2 health. When a summon curse your opponent with suppression, I like it. Again, anything with suppression, I like it. I like it. This one gives you a body as well. This is a really nice way to do this like spell nullifying type of decks. Oh my goodness, I love this. And yeah, like again, suppression means that the opponent cannot play spells other than the suppression. So they have to spend that 2 mana to play the suppression. It is a little bit worse than later into the game where the opponent has a lot of free mana. But it is good when you want to like have this big combo turn that the opponent has to deal with, right? So yeah. Cloud Drake, 6 mana, 6/6. When a summon, reduce the cost of all ally units in hand by 1. And it works with your Elder Dragon, right? That's not bad. It's a little bit weak though, I think, but it's not bad. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Atlas the Gallon is a Demacia Dragon 7 cost, Fury. Your dragon boons target all dragon allies. If you're playing this with Elder Dragon, then as soon as you summon him, whatever boon you select is gonna target all allies. That's very good. That's a very good unit, I think. I like it. Dragon Allegiant. When I'm summoned, draw a dragon if you behold a dragon. So just a draw if you behold. Decent. And not complain about that. I'm kind of running out of energy, to be honest, guys. That's why it's like starting to go like this. I've been talking for 50 minutes now. Started a little bit scuff in the beginning, so I'm sorry for that. We still don't know what Deathless does. Dragon Allegiant. Yeah, you behold, draw dragon, Ocean Drake. Oh, so we got the Cloud Drake, we got the Ocean Drake. All right. 6 mana, 3/5, meaning that you can play with the Elder Dragon, elusive. When you play a fast, slow, skill, heal your Nexus 1. Whatever. Not anything crazy. Whatever. Heisha, Shell of the World, 9 mana. 9 mana. Spell shield. Each round, the first card you play. Are we all reading this? Are you guys reading this? 9 mana. Spell shield. Each round, the first card you play costs 9 less. What? 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 My energy is back. My energy is back. My energy is back. This is busted. Because he has Spell Shield, it's so hard for the opponents to remove it. And as soon as you play this down, you can play something else. Right? Can you play something else? Because the Hisho effect doesn't go into effect until after he's on the field. I guess we're gonna see. It might be busted if you can play something right away after Hisho. Otherwise, you have to wait until next turn. Spell shield is so hard. Opponent cannot kill this without having 2 cards to kill it. 9/9. This works so well with Elder Dragon. What is going on? 9 mana, Empyrean Dance. 9, oh, this is Ionia, by the way, right? 9 mana, Ionia spell. Stop an enemy's fast, slow skill. Recall an enemy, and you summon the Empyrean. So you kind of get everything here, right? So you get to deny an opponent's spell. You get to recall the enemy, and you also get to summon an Empyrean. So that's why this card costs so much. Sure, whatever. I don't think this card is that good. Maybe in combination with Heisho, but I don't think that card is that good. Oh my god, this card is so good. This card is so good, guys. So good. Early Bird, 2 mana, slow speed. Your opponent discards their highest cost card. Oh no. Oh no. Seraphine is gonna generate this and just completely punish people. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. So much for Elder Dragon being playable when you can just discard War Mothers, discard Hisho. This is so good. This is so good, by the way. With Seraphine, this is so good. 8 mana, Sugary Snare. Place an ally on the bottom of your deck to summon the top ally of your deck. Ugh. Ugh. Wait, what? What? We don't know what the top ally of our deck is. What if it's something worse? What if it's something that's not worth the 8 mana cost? Oh, no. I don't like this. I don't think this card is playable. Anyways, I'm going to finish it here. I don't want to keep rambling on for an hour. I mean, I'm going to ramble for another like few minutes here. This expansion is amazing. This expansion is amazing. Mordekaiser looks amazing with his Slay ability, right? You can build him in Noxus or Shadow House. So you can build him with like a shell with like kind of like how you play Nasus, for example. Elder Dragon is amazing. And Morgana is amazing. I think curses are broken. I think Mordekaiser is busted. I think Elder Dragon is busted. And I think all 3 champions are going to be very playable. Very, very playable. Especially once we know what Deathless does. One last chance, right? Surely they'll let us know what Deathless does. Right? Riot, you didn't forget about this? Maybe Reddit knows something that I don't know? It cannot be stopped? Like, surely. What is this keywords? Riot. Okay, yeah, whatever. Anyways, yeah, I think even without knowing what Deathless does, right? I'm guessing it's something about keeping the unit alive, right? Which makes these cards very powerful. Especially makes this card really powerful. Depending on what Deathless does, this could be really, really powerful. So I think this is a really strong expansion. It reminds me of the expansion where we had like when we had a lot of powerful champions last time, right? Which would have been I guess when we had like Bane, right? Was it Bane that had like 3 powerful champions? It was like Bane, Seraphine, and something else, right? Like, oh, actually no, earlier this year. I guess earlier this year we had Samira. We didn't really have, but I think all 3 champions are playable. That's all I gotta say. This expansion has me really hyped. We don't know what the other keywords are, but we do know that curses cannot be discarded, which is amazing. So yeah, yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super excited, right? So I gotta finish it here. I need to go eat lunch. I'm tired. This an hour. I have some messages for work that I have to reply to. Hope you all enjoyed me rambling for a whole hour. We're gonna do regular videos over the next couple of days, but probably starting on Monday and Tuesday, we'll probably do like some deck recommendation videos to kind of start theory crafting on these decks, right? I cannot be stopped, right? I cannot be stopped, guys. So yeah, I cannot be stopped. I hope you all enjoyed this. I'm sorry that it was such a scuff in the beginning. Onto Runeterra, it's still scuff because we don't know what Deathless does, but I'm freaking hyped. I'm so hyped. Hope you enjoy. If you do, make sure to like the video below. Subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund, which every now and then. You can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are in the description below. Love you all. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you all again tomorrow.